Hello and welcome to what's assuredly our very first attempt at recording this.
Absolutely. We would never try something like recording it live and then forgetting to press the record button.
I'm the other guy, and you're...
I'm the other guy.
Design mode activated.
Good enough.
Alright, I accepted your challenge of no pulse.
Good.
Which is why I decided to name this the No Pulse Cruiser. It has 2 beam lasers and a torpedo launcher.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All 70% hull damage all the time. I would not mind pulse lasers if they were only good against hull.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my dreadnought, and it looked okay, but I don't know. I think there might have been a problem with it.
What problem would that be?
Well, before I do that, I just want to show you that this cruiser, which I never use, would be full of plasma, so it would be under the rules as well.
Okay.
Yep, I just want to check that dreadnought just to be sure. I think I misnamed it. There it is, the No Pulse Dread Tank. Ha! I was cheating!
The, no pulse but one dreadnought.
Yep. Now I wish I had named it that. Curse you!
Hey, I'm not the one who designed these ships.
Well,
Galactic battle mode.
so it looks like we don't actually have that many planets left.
Okay.
There's the second half of this one, and there's 3 more. And let's take a look at what I'm deploying for this one. This is one of the smaller battles, I think. And I've got that dreadnought and a handful of no-pulse cruisers.
Okay.
And some flak in the back for fighters. Because even though this is a small map, you know they're going to send lots of fighters.
Of course. You can always count on the AI to be wasteful.
I also have anti-frigate cruisers, except instead of those pulse lasers, they are equipped with
Sniper beams.
Sniper beams and multi-warhead missile launchers. At least some of them usually hit frigates.
Well, we'll just see what actually happens.
Yes. I'm certain it will all go according to plan. Yes.
Enemy fleet detected ahead.
That's a lot of frigates up there.
You bet it is. And they also had enough room for fighters.
Of course they did. They don't have the same restrictions as I do.
You know, good sense.
Yes. That's a lot, though.
Yeah, I believe in you.
Why? Why do you believe in me?
Look, just trust me on this.
I'm not sure that you're a trustworthy person. Well,
So, your support destroyers have been are being taken out by dogfight missiles.
well, I don't know what to say about that. But it looks like they're having some trouble getting through the shields of my frigates, which is hilarious.
Well, even the biggest beam lasers have trouble taking out frigate shields.
So, at least I'll have fighter shoot-down capability for a while.
In fact, their dreadnoughts aren't actually armed for defeating shields.
Really?
Yep.
Well, it's true that I haven't seen any minus shields on my cruisers yet.
Uh-huh.
Also, that dreadnought's shield folded like cheap cardboard. Or maybe I should say crumpled like cheap cardboard.
No, folded. You don't crumple cardboard.
Okay. Well, you can. It's cheap enough. Whatever. Well, the point is that there is a definite disparity in shield integrity.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm kind of wondering, because it's not really a big secret to this designer about what is needed to get past shields.
Well, this might just be designed to hurt people who don't use shields.
Like you?
Yep.
So did this give you any trouble?
Not really.
Wow.
The thing is, there are weapons that can defeat my armor scheme, but these dreadnoughts don't have them.
So they have neither good armor piercing nor good shield piercing?
Well, they have decent armor piercing, but not good enough.
This sounds like this should have been scenario 2 in that case.
Well, that's interesting because the first, large battle scenario actually can cause problems for people who aren't used to dealing with strong shields.
Well then, lesson learned, I guess, as soon as I figure out what that lesson is.
Design harder scenarios, maybe?
That might be part of it, yes. Also, my cruisers are turned around, and so is my dreadnought, and I'm not entirely sure why.
I don't know. I don't know why things happen.
Neither do I, which is a little disturbing since I studied statistics.
Well, you're winning anyway.
Yeah, their dreadnoughts do appear to be on fire.
Well, that doesn't mean much. It's when they start exploding.
Oh, really? Okay, well, I'll take your word for it. Maybe there are other games where being on fire is more important.
Naval Ops.
Naval Ops. Oh, yes. So what do you think? Naval Ops 1 or 2?
2.
That was quick. No contest, huh?
Yep.
Oh, there's some of that exploding that you were talking about. Well, it looks like I didn't need any backfighter cruiser loaded with missiles to get past any of their defenses. Just one torpedo per cruiser seemed to be fine.
Yep.
Well, okay, actually that's not fair. My dreadnought is kind of loaded with torpedoes. I'm running out of things to say about this battle. Help me.
Yeah, the thing is, you don't actually need this many beams to break armor.
You just need a couple of really good ones.
Uh-huh.
Enemy system scrambled.
Yeah, once you get past the first hump, pretty much whatever else you had will be fine.
Are those sniper lasers they're using?
Enemy system
What, on their
scrambled.
dreadnoughts?
Yeah.
No.
That would make too much sense. Yeah, I sped the battle up because there's not really much suspense left here. And due to this stupid challenge due to stupid design, I'm a little slow at dealing with hull. Just a little bit.
Enemy dreadnought.
Hey, you're the one who agreed to the challenge.
Yeah, well, okay, but map done.
Good riddance.
Good riddance. I think that for the last few planets, I'm just gonna do expert, not even bother with hard.
Research and development mode.
I think we've gone over most of the things we can discuss about this game.
Unfortunately.
Galactic battle mode.
Uh,
activated.
That having been said, we are both... Well, you've already played all the way through, and I'm going to play all the way through, so I guess it's not that horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a battle that's even smaller than the previous one.
14,000 credits.
No dreadnoughts here. At least not on my side, I think.
Yeah, one of the problems I have with the no pulse thing is that pulse weapons are really your only decent rapid firing weapons.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have... I don't know... Wait, you want slug throwers, don't you?
They were in the previous game.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to say about that.
Well, blame Cliff for not working on this game anymore.
You do not eyeball it!
Yes.
For anyone who doesn't think kinetic weapons are powerful.
Yes.
Enemy fleet detected.
Well, they're at the very least dangerous.
Yes. And it looks like they have 4 cruisers and some support.
Okay.
Which seems pretty darn reasonable. What's less reasonable is these must be the slowest fighters I've ever seen.
Hey, you just hit one with a beam.
Yes, fighters should not get hit by beam lasers. Oh, smart bombs.
They have missile defense.
Yes, they do. You've probably noticed that I'm not using missile defense.
Uh-huh.
This isn't because missiles are useless.
This is because they're not using missiles.
They don't use missiles nearly enough.
Oh, by the way, they're not doing any shield damage either.
Days activated.
Well, I think their fighters are.
Oh, hell.
A little bit of shield damage at a time. If I brought more than one flak frigate, I would have been in better shape. Maybe wouldn't be losing my support ships quite as fast. But since they're not getting through my shields anyway, maybe it's not a huge loss?
It isn't a huge loss.
Ah, well, this is actually a good formation for smart bombs. Like, one behind each cruiser, probably in a formation. Plenty of coverage there.
Yep. Yeah, plus smart bombs can potentially wipe out way more missiles than return to sender.
Yeah. Seem really nice against those multi-warhead missiles. Which is why it's pretty important that I have that anti-frigate and destroyer cruiser right there.
Yep.
But it's taking a while to destroy them. So this would be a pretty effective defense tactic if their cruisers could damage me at all.
If their cruisers were any good.
Now, considering that plasma is usually an anti-shield weapon and they're just bouncing off, what are those, plasma slings?
Yes.
This game should not have completely useless weapons.
Yeah.
You're looking for something to say in the face of this, aren't you?
I got nothing.
You've got nothing.
Yep.
I also noticed that their shields don't seem to be particularly bothering me, even though I only have, like, 2 torpedo launchers in my entire fleet.
Well,
We are
that's because you took down their missile defense, and your warheads and your multi-warheads can now deal with their shields.
But their shields were crumbling even before that. Video game. You're at the end. Be more challenging.
Well, this is one of the missions that was added in a patch.
Unscrambled.
Well, I'm not sure that I can bring myself to care about that. It's clearly, by their positioning on the map, it's supposed to be an endgame mission. Oh, looks like they finally got rid of my flak frigate.
Not that it matters too much.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 fighters left. And, wait, do those ships have any armor at all?
Most of them don't.
Yeah, I think the 3 in the back don't have any armor whatsoever.
Too bad.
It really is sad. I don't even... Wow.
I just don't even.
Exactly. So, I assume you noticed all of this when you were playing through the first time.
Of course. You think I wouldn't?
I'm going to just hope against
Has
evidence
been obliterated.
that the designer comes back from vacation or wakes up from a coma or whatever to redesign some
Enemy
things.
cruiser has been destroyed.
That's not gonna happen. Cliff has moved on to doing Democracy 3.
So, this game will not receive any more support.
Doesn't look like it.
That would explain why he's not responding to anything in the forums
Cruiser
anymore.
has been destroyed.
Well, that's the end of the second battle. Let's take a look at that ship design of theirs.
Yep.
Starship design mode.
So they have
activated.
5 beam cannons and defense lasers,
And then
anti-fighter missile launcher. So it's like I don't know, an anti-fighter thing, sort of, but
But it has 5 beam lasers.
5 beam lasers is too many beam lasers.
Uh-huh.
You need some capability of dealing with shields.
I wonder if I could beat this map with just one ship.
I would not be surprised if you could. Well, that's the end of Gratuitous Space Battles 2 for today. I hope you enjoyed what happened here.
See you next time.
No more null pulse builds later.
Okay. I would leave